Hi, it's Dixie again. Um, there's a subject that I want to talk about, which I think is really important. There are a lot of agencies on this coast, and clients they go online and they can talk to anyone. And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm going to ask you to share, first of all, why you chose to work with us at the agency and what I feel the clients should also do. So if you can share that, and then I'll go into it further. What I think clients should do when they're looking to work with an agency.
Okay, well, I can offer a different perspective on this because you may or may not know that when you had dealings with the resort owner and developer with whom I used to have an association, I used to observe at times yourself and Alex come into the building because, of course, we used to deal with a lot of agencies.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and we had a very busy time at one point selling properties that traditionally had been used by holidaymakers, and all of a sudden we were selling them as investment products, and they were very, very popular, a very good offering.
Yeah.
And I know that you had great success actually, providing these investments for your clients.
True.
And I was always very impressed at the way that yourself and Alex came in with your clients, the way that the situations were handled. And I saw a little bit of a difference there with the vast majority of the agencies that would come in and the way in which they did their business. So that always stuck with me. And then I ended up in a situation, what a blessing, to have like a 2-year career break in my life. And in that time, I got married and started a family and all this other kind of stuff. And then the point came when I was finding it very difficult to do any work at home. God bless him, at the time our baby son William had some lungs on him, and it was very difficult to focus. And I knew realistically I needed to get back out the house again, and realistically to work.
In the work atmosphere.
I remember reaching out to an ex-colleague who was, and of course still is, a key part of your agency, and we connected on LinkedIn, and he just mentioned, well, our director's on the lookout at the moment for the right person. Why don't you come in for a chat? So I did. We had a conversation, and with great thanks, the rest is history. Yeah, and it's been a really good 3 years. I've learned a great deal, of course, from yourselves, and it's been a really good experience being part of the agency.
Thank you, Julian. That's great. It has been great for us as well to have you as part of the team. You carry all our core values exactly as I would, and it's great. And what I wanted to share, I think it's important that clients should also do a little bit of due diligence about who they work with. And I find that sometimes a little bit frustrating because, Spain, there is no license for real estate. Anyone can be a real estate agent. But I think if the clients did a little bit of due diligence, they would probably find out, what a professional and strong agency we are, that we've been established for over 20 years, that we are fully licensed, that we have a real estate license. We have 2 offices. We've actually have dedicated to build, our company, and our main priority is the client. We focus on completely giving a transparency process, and having a client is not just showing properties. There's a lot more than that. It's doing a little bit of the work and finding out if that property is suitable, if it's got all the paperwork, and we do that. So I think it's important for clients to also ask, who the agency is, where they're based, what they've done, what their background is, because it will make their process a lot more smoothly. So I just wanted to share that. How do you feel about that, Julian?
Well, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that with the process that we have within this agency, and of course, pretty much well, an enormous amount of post-sale, post-reservation work is overseen by yourself.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So we really do take their business and their purchase personally, and it's been hugely impressive to watch. And also, what I need to say is hugely successful, because I think we must have surely amongst the highest completions rate on the coast through the advice that we give from the start, from the point of reservation and before that, of course, leading to it all the way to completion. In that, through your experience, we're able to foresee many of the things that might just cause a problem for other people along that process.
It's true. I do, because people say, "Oh, what do you do?" Well, I make sure that everyone is on track with everything, liaise with lawyers. I take it as my responsibility to ensure that the communication is important with all the parties that are involved in the process of sale, because that's what makes it successful. But the sale doesn't sometimes depend on one agency, as you know. A lot of times we collaborate, and there's lawyers, banks, historias, and believe it or not, you have to be on top. That's what I feel, and I guess it shows because our success rate is very high. So yes, thank you for sharing that, and I hope this has been helpful to our clients or future clients. And if they have any other questions, then contact us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm sure it will.
Thank you.